Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back. You're watching Afternoon Express live on SABC3. Now, research has made clear that early intervention can improve learning, communication and social skills, as well as underlying brain development in a child that is diagnosed with autism. Yumna discovered that her child Yaghya had autism after he suddenly lost his speech. The family is in the loft with us today to share how they are coping with the disorder. Welcome, Yumna. Lovely to have you with us. Welcome, Yaghya. Yay. So tell us about Yaghya and the beautiful child that he is and the journey leading up to him being diagnosed.
Yaghya has a birthday coming up now on the 12th of April.
Yay.
Then he will be 9. He's our last born. He has 2 older siblings. Yaghya is a student at Beacon. And as Bonnie just shared now, before the age of 2, Yaghya had some speech, and then it just got lost at the around about 2 years of age. And then initially I wasn't so concerned because people were saying that
it happens,
all children are different and so forth. But as he was going on towards the age of 3, I became more concerned. There was always this nagging feeling of unease, and I would mention it to my husband, but then he would say, just have patience, every child mature at his own rate, and so forth. So by the age of 3, we went to our GP, and he gave us a referral letter to Red Cross. Yeah, but by that time, yeah, he was really struggling. He was throwing tantrums, and he was throwing phones and things because he couldn't communicate his needs to us and so forth. Yeah, so there was this kind of in a battle going on between the 2 of us. So because I wasn't understanding him. So when I got my referral letter and I went to a Red Cross, so the nurse had looked at it, she actually told me, Mommy, you came to the right place. And that was
must
just
have been very comforting to hear.
It was, yeah. It was actually the beginning of my journey.
Yeah. Just to give parents out there an idea of the kind of support that your son needs, what kind of prep went into bringing him to the studio today?
Yes, with Yaghya, everything, we can't just throw it on him. So he needs to be prepared for what is going to happen. So I requested some visuals, some photos of the building. Yes, and we looked at some YouTube clips of the couches and the setting in here just to kind of familiarize him and to prepare him for that. It's actually something that I have to do on a regular basis.
Wow.
So if I want to go and visit a family member, perhaps I must tell him up front that we're going to go there, and then it allows him some processing time for what is actually going to happen. So that is one of Yaghya's needs, and in the beginning it wasn't natural for us because it was something that we had to kind of rethink.
It requires a lot of planning.
Yes, it does. Yeah, but now actually it is manageable, and it is much easier. Yeah, so that was one thing we needed to do. And the other thing, we took him to McDonald's just to play a little, to let go of the steam, to make him relax so that he can be here.
Yeah. And what kind of support do you as parents receive just to help Yaghya on his journey and just know that you're planning for a healthy future for him?
Yeah, with Yaghya, Yaghya had a need, because he couldn't speak, we needed to look at speech therapy.
Yeah.
That was the one main thing that he needed to do. When he was diagnosed at Red Cross, they referred us for speech therapy and for occupational therapy because Yaghya needed sensory integration. Yaghya, loud noises was affecting Yaghya. Would close his ears. When he got out of a car in a parking lot, all the cars there would like close his eyes. You mentioned that he's got
very sensitive hearing,
yes,
like he can hear the softest sounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because of that, we needed to get an OT with sensory integration, which they did not have at Red Cross Hospital.
Yes.
Yeah, and the waiting list at that point in time, that was in 2013, was for 2 years. So we needed to jump out and get him some speech therapy so that he could learn speech, obviously. So that is 2 aspects, 2 things, therapies that Yaghya is getting. The other thing that I do on a regular basis is whatever Yaghya's interest is, I use that to actually help him with his speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if Yaghya shows interest perhaps in like cooking or in baking.
I see you brought some artwork that he did.
Yes, this is Yaghya's handwork that he does, and we actually did that now in the school holidays.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love hearts. So
I was just sharing
really
now with these
beautiful.
teachers when we made one for our neighbor, and you could never say her name. But when we were busy with the activity, I was saying Risha and Risha the whole time. And by the time when we handed over to us, he actually said her name,
That's
Risha,
beautiful.
and he's using it now. So that is the benefit of doing an activity that they are interested in.
Yes.
Because you can teach them one word or two words while actually
Yeah.
doing, just by constantly repeating.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they linked it with that particular person.
Well, you're very inspiring, Mommy, for taking this journey and doing it with so much love and dedication. Thank you.